What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. My name is Splattercat, and we're here today taking another look at Shadowrun Returns. Now, in our last episode, we had completed a job. We had gotten sidetracked with Coyote and Paco and gone in to clear out a BTL den. And so now we're back on the case for our friend, I forget her name. I think it was like Shannon something. Let's take a look here. I believe it was, Shannon, like Sky Tree Eye Face something. I don't know. She had a last name that was kind of hard to remember. But anyways, she sent us here to pick up a few more Shadowrunners to help us out in our quest for avenging her brother, who was apparently murdered by, let's see here, Cherry Bomb flags you down as you walk through the door. Hey, Splattercat, there's a woman looking for you, Jessica something. She's waiting for you by the stage, Bellevue type. Wouldn't order anything, wouldn't touch anything. I think she's afraid of diseases or something. Thanks, Cherry. She says, no charge, chummer. And then we can ask, why's the bar so empty? We don't get much action in the early afternoon, just a few salarymen slumming Touristville and hoping to talk to Madam Sinful and some die-hard regulars. Madam Sinful? That's what the downtown folks call Mrs. Kubota. It's a Touristville thing. They like to have a naughty name like that, or they like her to have a naughty name like that. Is that guy still bugging you? Oh, you mean my ex, Shane? Yep. Nah, he hasn't been in since last time. No calls or pages or handwritten notes either. Weird, he was so persistent, I guess he finally got the message. Maybe he'll have someone, or maybe he'll find someone at that Universal Brotherhood and settle down. Who's around right now? I just got in, but I think Coyote's cleaning the back bar. Mr. Delilah is hanging out in his usual place. The vendors downstairs came in a few minutes after me. Oh, and Bartlett's here. I don't think you've met him yet. Who's Bartlett? John Bartlett. Big presence at the end of the bar. He's in the biz, connected. You might want to meet him. Well, very well then. Let's go take a look and see what John Bartlett has to say. He's got two swords on his back, and so he can't be... Wow, this guy is he's got to be like the apogee of panache. Anyways, full of life and a quick smile, the man tilts his head and watches you approach. Hey, guy, what's shaking? Little of this, little of that. I hear that, Ome. I might have something for you if you got the new yen. Sure, time is money. I'm listening. You ever hear of the Nephilim Network? Of course you have. An in-the-know guy like you has to have heard of the premier merc team out there. If you say so. We're a tight unit. We cost a bit more than the common rabble, but I promise you, we're worth it. So I guess he must be part of the Nephilim unit since he's referring to them as us. Talking to Van Grass, he says, I'm very busy. Show me you have something worth my time or just walk away. Well, we can sell him some of the things that we have. So we have data from the NTSB, which was that flight box that showed that Renraku was in with... Renraku had used an experimental weapon on an Ares weapon manufacturing plane. He says he's got 800 new yen for something like that. Well, we don't have etiquette Shadowrunner, unfortunately. But if we did, we could say, you know what, we know you're going to sell the data to both parties, so do what you're going to do. But I'll take the 800. I don't think they're ever going to... I mean, I'm not going to make a blanket statement like that, but I doubt we're going to find anybody else that's going to buy the data later on. I'll put my foot in my mouth if that is the case. Do you change your mind? I didn't know that I was changing my mind about anything. Anyways, we've got that list of BTL clients as well. He says that's dangerous info. I'd rather not handle it, so how about 600? Sure, whatever. We'll take whatever you'll throw at us for the time being. Having a little bit of extra money isn't going to hurt us, especially since we're going to be hiring some Shadowrunners pretty soon. There's Jessica Watts, which is our old friend Sam's sister. At a glance, you can tell that Sam's sister Jessica's from a different world. The opposite side of Sam in almost every way. Her suit is tailored, her eyes are sharp, and her style exudes authority. Miss Watts, Jessica Watts? She eyes you up and down warily. She does a good job of hiding it, but it's clear she is well outside of her comfort zone. Yes, and you are? Splattercat, I'm looking into your brother Sam's death. I was told as much on the phone. A woman who called herself Coyote contacted me this morning to inform me that my brother was dead, and that I should come to this place and speak to someone about an investigation. We can say Sam didn't die of natural causes. We can tell her that he was murdered. We can also ask for help. Let's do that. So that's right. I'm hoping you can help me get to the bottom of this. Well, I don't really know what use I'll be. Just answer a few questions. All right, but... She furrows her brow, regarding you more critically. You're not with the police, are you? Nope. Nah, I'm not. Is that a problem? Her frown grows more pronounced. No, it's just that I don't want anyone else getting hurt on account of my brother. Surely there's an official police investigation going on. Why not let the professionals handle this? Lone Star are professional, not the ones I've seen, but you must have better things to do than waste your time searching for whoever killed my lowlife brother. We lowlifes tend to stick together. Besides, I'm not doing it for free. She seems genuinely surprised. Someone's paying you? I find it hard to believe that anyone who really knew Sam would put up the money. Who is it? Sam, he hired me from beyond the grave. I don't understand. It's called a dead man switch. It triggered when he died. Am I to believe that my drunken sot of a brother hired you to find the person who killed him after he died? Her boardroom mask drops momentarily, and an aside sheet reveals a brief glimpse of real emotion. I left Seattle to get away from Sam and his bullshit. Now I'm back, he's dead, and I still have to deal with him. Jessica composes herself, and in a breath, the mask is back in place. Listen to me, Splattercat. You seem like a decent person, but I'm trying to move on with my life. Our mother killed herself last year, and Sam, well, Sam was Sam. You know, I've worked hard to put my family issues behind me. I don't want to see this drag on. Well, you're not asking me to quit, are you? No, well, I don't know, maybe. On the streets, honor still means something. I'm sticking with the job. Honor? What about honoring the wishes of the living instead of the dead? She sighs. It's clear that she's done. Never mind, I can see that you're not going to let this go, and I respect that you're honoring my brother's memory in your own way, but I hope you can understand how emotional this is for me. Jessica's demeanor instantly changes from reluctant to helpful in the span of a single meditative breath. Maybe you can do things in a way that the police can't, and maybe I can help. What do you need from me? Well, when was the last time you saw or spoke to Sam? It's been ages. I can't even remember. The bartender here recalls Sam complaining about arguments with his sister. Or we can say, oh, there was a note on Sam's body. It sounded like an apology, an offer to meet up and bury the hatchet. It was signed Jessica. I wrote many such notes in the beginning, but I haven't made such an effort in a long time now. I don't know why he would have kept it. Did Sam have any enemies? Sam's biggest enemy was Sam. I don't know really any others. You would likely know better than me these days. Where were you the night of Sam's murder? I'm going to overlook that implied accusation and tell you that I was at a fundraiser all evening. A very crowded fundraiser. Were you and your brother close? I think I've made my feelings about Sam pretty clear, don't you? I think that was kind of an obvious question. We really didn't need to ask it, but you don't seem to care whether his killer faces justice. Well, of course I want justice. I just can't let him drag me down again. Show her the picture of her and Sam as children. She takes the photo from you guardedly as if it might sting her, but that guard drops the moment she looks at it. Where did you get this? Sam's bunk. I can't believe he kept this. It was one of the few possessions that he had. She studies the old photo for several silent moments. What happened between the two of you? Things were different back then. We were different. We were a family. Then, after our father died, things began to change, and we couldn't get back to a new normal. With our dad around, there was always reassuring order to our lives, but afterwards, everything got mixed up. You can never really appreciate the importance of a person in your life until they're gone. The remorse plays wet across her eyes and seems that she's not just talking about her father. Jessica then steels herself to tell the rest. Sam tried to be the man of the house, he really did, but he couldn't handle it. Pretty soon he had spent every dime of our father's money on life insurance. Every single dime. Beyond that, he was gone. With Mom working 2-3 jobs, he spent all her money too. I couldn't stand the way he abused her trust, so finally I just had to leave. She holds the photo forward, one part of her ready to relinquish it along with the past, and another looking to hold on to both. May I keep this? Sure, I got what I needed from it. She thanks us, and so beyond that, I think we've taken up enough of her time. I don't really think she knows anything. This is more of a formality than anything. Just as well, I need to get back to the office. But before I go, you should know that I'm re-entering my mother's body tomorrow, and I'm arranging to have Sam buried with her. The funeral is tomorrow at Our Lady of the Blessed Sacrament, 7 o'clock. You're more than welcome to attend. Thanks. Goodbye, Splattercat. I hope you find what you're looking for. Stay safe out there. Alright, so we gained 2 karma from that. Let me take a look. It's been a while since I've played the game. I've got 6 karma on hand. Let's make a run through all of our traits here and see if there's anything that could help us kind of get out of the way of any trouble that might be brewing. So I like where our decking is at. I may put in a 6th into intelligence. It might help out. I don't know if that's going to be something that's going to be worthwhile in the long run. I don't want to dedicate too many points to drone control for right now. I do want to make sure that primarily we're very good at decking. Maybe put a few into ESP control with the intent of gaining a few party members when we go into the matrix that can back us up. But beyond that, we don't have a lot of rifle skills. Our ranged combat could use a little bit of help, so maybe... Well... I'm a little torn. I think for now... What does that 6th point do? Nothing, it's just the maximum for trolls. We might consider throwing something into charisma, which is something that I've been forgetting about recently. I'd like to get 2 more points into charisma so that we can at least get a new etiquette. I'd prefer to pick up the Shadowrunner etiquette as we go along, because it is going to unlock a lot of options for us. Let's head on into the back and talk to Mr. Delilah, see if we can line up a team for the rest of this. Looks like Coyote's got something to say, so we're going to confer really quickly with our contact. Coyote's wiping down the back bar. She doesn't stop when you approach, and she keeps her eyes on her work. Hey, Gino's death wasn't your fault, you know. Yeah, I know. Listen, Splattercat, I don't want to talk about what happened with Gino. What's done is done. Gino's dead, I'm alive, and that's all there is to it. It's the Barons, alright? There's nothing more that you can really say about it. I'm going to be looking for work, your kind of work, so if something comes up, keep me in mind. Sure thing. Alright, I gotta do this now. The afternoon checklist isn't going to finish itself. So I guess in the future we'll be able to pick her up as a Shadowrunner. I'm not going to mess with Mr. Clue right now. I don't really mind that whole thing. I might see what he has to say about the whole situation with Coyote later, but if you're talking to me, there's business to transact, am I right? Of course you're right. It's your job to be right. This is correct. You're a smart guy. What can I do for you, smart guy? We gotta put a crew together. You got scratch, or you planning to pay me out of your earnings? Well, I could pay the runners up front. She gave us about 5 grand, so I think we'll be alright for a mercenary team here. Excellent, we agree on terms. I've got some runners on call if you got any special requests. Well, I'm ready to go. Let's see them. So we'll take a look at the list of runners here. Shannon Halfsky, that was her name. So she's our first runner. Taking a look at her skill list, she's got haste, which gives us an extra AP every turn. She's also got Mana Bolt, which is a powerful magic blast. It damages your opponent's willpower. She's got a nature elemental fetish. And then she's also, she's got 2 of those, so she can summon 2 guys, or 2 nature elementals. And then beyond that, she's got a basic medkit. So seeing as we have a Decker and a Shaman, we might consider picking ourselves up some muscle. So let's find ourselves first and foremost. Got a bunch of riggers, we got some samurais here. We got a troll samurai. Hidden Fancy, that sounds like a stripper name. Or actually, that's more on the hooker end of the bargain there. We've also got Johnny Boy. What does Johnny Boy do? He's got a machete. He's got himself high-grade street armor, which is not so high-grade. It's got 0 armor as a bonus, so I guess it's not so high-grade, I guess is all I can really say about it. He's got a Keska Black Scorpion and the machete. He's got some grenades. I don't really like his loadout, so let's take a look. She's got a Mossberg CMDT, which is a shotgun with a T missing in the description. It's the favorite Shogun, and I'm going to go with Hidden Fancy, I guess. She's got UCAS shot gear, which has no armor on it, but she does have a machine gun and also a shotgun. And I'm looking for a bit of range. I'm not really looking at the time for anybody that's going to be sprinting in causing any trouble, so I'm not a big fan of melee combatants, just not a big fan. Let's take a look around and see if there's anybody who could possibly heal for us. We've got a Shaman here with air barrier, which looks like it gives us light cover irregardless of where we're at. She's got the Facchetti security, not the greatest pistol. She's got haste and fog. Tames the Air has an Uzi, and it appears as though she's just carrying a bunch of elemental summons, so nothing's really jumping out at me right there. A rigger might be an interesting option, but let me look at what they've got on call for mages for now. So we've got a mage who can heal. I like that, and I may go with him. Gallow Glass appears to have the ability to cast a mana ball, which I like. He's also got Heal Wound, which heals the damage from the last attack. He's got Aim, and he's also got Armor, so he's got a bunch of buffs, which are pretty nice. Marcus Reigns appears as though he's a combat mage, so he can weaken armor. He's got Flamethrower, and he's also got Mana Bolt and Armor, so he's a little bit more aggressive than what we had before. I suppose I'll think about that, and it's a toss-up right now. I like the riggers that we have, but for the time being, I think what I'll do is I'll probably go with, not Hypotenuse. I don't want you, Hypotenuse. You're giving me ridiculous nightmares about trigonometry class, so I'm going to go with Gallow Glass, both because he's got a killer handle. I love that guy's handle, and so he's going to come along too. Oh, well, I don't want to meet there for now. I'm going to exit. I actually want to jump down into my base camp here, and I want to make sure that if there's any decking to be done in the next mission that we're equipped for wear. So, looking at my... I've got 7,000 creds. Magnificent. So let's go look and see what we got going on. I think this guy over here is our decker extraordinaire who should be able to sell us some extra programs, David Fry. And so let's take a look at his inventory. We can upgrade our gear here. We've already got the Sony City. We could get the craft work. That's the best he's got on hand. I know that we're able to get the Fuchi or whatever it is that's one grade higher than this one, but we'll take that for now. We'll confirm it. And then I want to make sure that I equip it. So let me unequip the Sony City here. And we want the Renraku, so let's confirm it. And let's make sure that went through, because that didn't feel right to me. Yeah, we're still using the Sony City, so let me jump into our inventory over here. I know that it didn't swap that the way I wanted it to, and I probably messed up the overall gist of the whole thing, so swing over here and we'll snag the inventory list. And it doesn't appear to want to let me focus that in, so let me, there we go. It won't let me do like a swap. That's what was throwing me off. So I wish it would let me just do an even swap across the board. That should change the color of the deck on our back too. Yeah, so we've got a blue deck now, which is pretty sweet. Let's run over and grab some programs. We never know when we're going to find a place to jack in, which might provide us with a little bit of extra, I don't know, just oomph. You never know what's going to happen when you deck into a network, so we can deprive people with Killjoy, we can take away one of their AP. We can suppress people, which actually reduces an alarm state. I'm going to take that because alarms used to be a big deal. We've got Blaster, which is an AoE attack. And we've got Erosion. Degrade is going to make it so that they take additional damage from attacks. Erosion actually makes it so they lose IP every turn. IP, as far as I remember, is HP inside of the Matrix. I'm not positive on that one, but we'll figure it out. So actually, yeah, IP is. So I'm not going to get Medic, I don't think. Well, we'll get Medic too. We'll line up with all the basics. So we've got enough stuff there to where I'm happy with what we've got going on. I don't know if we equip that anywhere. I know in previous iterations of Shadowrun games, you actually had to like go to your deck and you had to equip things. But for the time being, we can have 4 programs. That's what we've got. I'm assuming that when I jack in, it'll let me do some kind of preliminary work. Let's check for weapons here and see if he's got anything new for us. We've been using an old AK-47 as far as I recall. Looks like we've got a Semipal VZ-885, an AK-97, I'm sorry. So the AK-97 has a worse capacity, but everything else is pretty much similar. I'm not going to shell out that amount of cash for such a minor bonus. I don't really think anything else. Let's grab a couple med kits, because I think I popped one of those in the last go. There we are, and we'll confirm that. Yeah, so let's go ahead and swap out the med kit from our stash. I always like to have a little bit of extra healing gear. You never know how things are going to roll in this game. Sometimes things just don't go according to plan. And then we'll jump back out. We'll hire our final Shadowrunner, which I think is going to be Gallowglass. And then from there, we should be ready to take on the run. Hopefully things will go according to plan. I hate it when a run ends up getting botched. Never a good thing for your run to be botched, so we'll bear that in mind as we go along. Alrighty. Oh, it's going to make me rehire. That's fine. Whatever. We'll take Hidden Fancy. So have her jump out in the back here. And then we'll hustle and groove with her. And then we'll get Gallowglass ready to go. I like what we've got for the team here, so we'll confirm it. And then let's jump straight into the NTSB warehouse, because it's not going to give us much of an option anyway, so we might as well get in there. You return to the docks to meet Shannon Halfsky. Although the Ripper's latest victim was her brother, Shannon appears cool and professional. That butt right there. Sometimes the typos throw me off. A consummate runner by birth, if not by trade. She'll get the job done, and hopefully one of the hearth spirits in this place can point you towards the Ripper. Dealing with spirits can be tricky business, but when they deliver, it's pure platinum. One doesn't have to be a Merindian shaman to summon and control spirits. Anyone with magic talent can do it, but Shannon seems to have a particular connection with the spirit world. As you approach the gate, you know something's not right. The dock's already strange and uncomfortable. Trigger the need for caution, and then you see it. The guards are missing and the gate's been smashed in. Lovely. So let's roll on out here. We've got our Shubi outfit on, just striking terror into the hearts of popular people everywhere. We'll confirm our kit and our loadout, and let's see what we've got to play with. You have karma available to upgrade. No, not for now. We only have 2 karmas, I recall. About time you showed up. Looks like we weren't the only ones who wanted to take advantage of the situation. A bunch of mercs have locked down the area. I don't think they're here for us, though. My guess is there's something worth a bit of coin left in that warehouse. Shouldn't be much of a problem. Well, it was for Lone Star. They're all dead. Hope you're a better shot than they were. So they killed off Lone Star. Well, that's never a good thing, so given the fact that Lone Star just got completely and totally smashed out, these guys are actually business professionals. You there, this blocks off limits. There's a gas leak in the docks here. No loitering. This guy doesn't look like one of the hired mercenaries. Hey, are you listening? Get out of here. I'm not leaving. Well, we could say etiquette Shadowrunner. Really, guy, they aren't paying you enough, especially not once Lone Star sends a response team. But corporate etiquette's gonna come through for us in this situation, so I'm happy about that. Damn, kid, did you have to break the fence? Killing you won't cost a dime, but replacing that fence... Whoa, hey, I ain't got nothing to do with that. It was those guys in the warehouse. They did it. Ah, frag. I'm getting out of here. And so he decided to leg it, so he's gonna get up and on out of our faces. We actually don't have to make an extra body bag if we don't have to, so... That works out. We could punish him for his bad haircut, but, you know, it's alright. Let's take a look. Hopefully we don't trigger anybody here. I'm a little nervous about swinging through this location. Who knows what's going to happen? It sounds like we've got some real nasty professionals. Oh, and there they are. Fan out and secure the area. So looks like we've got ourselves a troll, an orc, and a couple of other individuals. Now this guy right here is point blank with us. The rest of our team, though, is a little far behind us. I don't like the situation, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this first turn, and I'm actually going to try my best to get myself into cover. I'm also going to turn on my drone, I guess, now that I'm in cover. And so the drone is going to get an AP here, and I'm actually going to have him take the shot that I otherwise wouldn't have. So he'll take a single shot at 99% and deal 10 damage to the orc there. We're going to have... Yikes. Shannon Halfsky might be able to take a shot from here. Taking a look at her spell book, what can she do with 1 AP? She can fire a mana bolt with 99% accuracy, so that's exactly what we're going to do. He's taken 4 damage from a weak hit. Not exactly the result that I was hoping for, but it'll have to do. We'll move Hidden Fancy into the line of duty, and we'll have her fire around there. An extra 10 damage is going to put him pretty much on the wire for being a deader. This gent right here has Mana Ball. Now, he's not going to be able to get into cover like everybody else is, and so what we might consider is actually just kind of moving him from there. And then let's see if he can get a Mana Ball. Oh, it takes 2 mana. Never mind. So that's not going to be an option. Hopefully we can kill him right here. I can't guarantee a kill, but oh, he missed. That's really, really unfortunate. So this is probably going to get bloody. He's definitely going to get a shot off on somebody unless he makes an idiotic move. Let's go ahead and see if we can finish him off. It costs us 1 AP to activate our drone. The drone should have 2 AP on this next turn. So there's that. We'll have the drone fire a shot or 2. Hopefully that'll finish him off. And then we'll move our resident mage into cover. And so she can get at her possibly. I can't see what our chance of hitting is, but we're going to take a shot either way. Hidden Fancy needs to get down here. We'll have her do the same thing. And so with 99% accuracy, we should be able to level the playing field a tad. They don't have us outnumbered or anything of that nature, so I'm not really terrified about anything they have on offer. My mage, I'm going to have him hide right here just to avoid the chance that we get flanked. If anybody... There we go. There it is right there. That's what I was a little worried about. This gent right here seems to be packing some fairly serious hardware with the long bomb from their corporate mage over there. 99% chance to hit. I'll say one thing about our character. We have a great chance to land shots, which is exactly what I'm going to do. We got a crit right there for 20 damage. The Doberman has a 99% chance to hit, so we're just going to have him take 2 shots. So, Woogie, take him out. Oh, Woogie wasn't able to finish the job, unfortunately. I wish that he was, but were that he isn't, we'll be fine. I suppose my option right now is to have somebody maybe line up right here and hopefully be able to take a shot. Alright, so we managed to get rid of the big old troll, gentlemen. From here, I think what I'll do is I'll line somebody up in cover right there. We'll have her make a long move. And then Gallowglass has an 84% chance to hit right there. Yikes. Let's fire a bigger mana bolt. Oh, it's an AoE. Never mind. I really don't want to waste that kind of ordnance on him. We'll take 2 mana bolts here. Hopefully they both strike. So there's number 1 missed, which means, unfortunately... Yikes. So Gallowglass is a little bit of a letdown in this respect. But luckily so is corporate security. They couldn't make a shot right in her front of her face. Oh! Okay, so Shannon Halfsky just took a round. He's dodging back into cover, which means that it's time for me to make the old advance. Let's go ahead. We're going to put the drone down here as best we can. And hopefully the drone will take whatever fire this guy decides to lay down on us. That out of the way. We've only got 1 AP to move with this character, so we'll take Splattercat and have him advance as well. Shannon Halfsky, I suppose we can put her right there maybe? Oh, still can't make a shot. How very unfortunate. Let's take a look and see what What was her name again? It was something ridiculous. Hidden Fancy has going for us. Oh, wait, can she take a shot? Hold on, I was looking at the wrong spot. Out of line of sight. Okay, so hopefully Hidden Fancy can handle this business. We'll take an aim shot first. So there's the 90% hit, and then the second one's going to be our Hail Mary. And down she goes. That guy dropped a little bit of loot. That makes me pretty happy. We'll see if we can get that shored up in the future. But for now, let's take an aimed shot at the Mage. 6 damage there. Gallow Glass isn't going to have a whole lot of options here. But we might consider... Let me see if I can get... I want that corner right there. There we are. And so Gallow Glass is going to move to right there. We'll take a random kind of Hail Mary shot. It's a miss, but not a huge deal. We should be able to get this guy wrapped up on the next turn. Oh, we clustered too close together. I didn't even think about the fact that they might have a grenade. So lesson learned. Have to remember in the future not to cluster people too closely together. As soon as the last merc hits the ground, the docks become eerily silent. I hadn't even vaguely thought about the possibility of grenades, so let me move Hidden Fancy over here to grab whatever this is. Looks like it's the key to the warehouse. Good, so we should be out of combat fairly shortly, right? Oh, maybe see if I can end through combat here. No, you're not going to let me go. Okay, then let me turn off my drone really quickly. Off goes the drone. And then going back to our other equipment, let me see if cycling through is going to... I really don't want to advance too quickly. Let's take a look at Shannon. Let's make sure we get her healed. So there we are. We might consider also... I don't know how much AP she's going to lose by summoning a elemental, but something to consider for the future. Let's go ahead and just cycle through and see... Oh, there it is. Okay, let's get ourselves indoors. And actually, I think this is a good spot to break off the episode, so I think there's another combat that's going to be coming up in there more than likely. So, my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for another episode of Shadowrun Returns. We're playing the Dead Man's Switch, and I hope you've been enjoying it. I've been having a tremendous amount of fun filming this game, and I hope to see you in the comments in the next episode. Take care out there, everybody, and I'll see you next time.